Welcome to the Just Loans podcast. My name's Chris, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the death of the follower and the subscriber, because last night, I went on YouTube to watch a video from a channel that I've been subscribed to for years, and I couldn't find, I thought, he hasn't posted anything for a while. And then when I went actually on his channel, he's had 12 videos, and I haven't seen any of them. So that prompted us to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I thought we'd have a conversation about it because it's a bit of an issue and something that I'm trying to do to kind of get around that a little bit and reach the subscribers or people that are interested in me and what we're doing a little bit more directly. So that's what we're talking about in this episode of the Just Loans podcast. Welcome everybody. Today, like I say, it's the day we're going on, tomorrow we're going on holiday, and I'm a bit knackered. I don't know if you can tell. I got about 4 hours sleep, if that. I don't know what's going on, but in the middle of the night, I just decide I'm wide awake now, and then I kind of get back to sleep. So you just lie there. You know when you concentrate to get to sleep, and it don't work? As if like putting more effort in to trying to get to sleep is going to help you, and it doesn't. So you just lie there for hours, day in and out, bar, trying to keep your eyes squeezed shut because they'll just naturally spring open again. So I am that at today, but basically today I wasn't even going to record a podcast today. I haven't got anything packed, and I'm going on holiday in less than 24 hours, so I probably should be doing that. But I just thought, let's talk about it because I'm interested in it. So just set a little bit of the scene. I don't know if many of you, I'm presuming you have been on YouTube for a long time. So back in the day, years ago, there wasn't even really a subscriber thing. You couldn't pick thumbnails or anything. It was just a list of videos, and you just had to gamble on what it was. Kind of a bit wild. Didn't kind of work, but did kind of work. It was a strange one. But then after that, come the sort of subscribers and that kind of thing. And you picked who you liked, you subscribed to them, and then your YouTube was filled with their stuff. A bit like a timeline. Can you remember... Instagram was a little bit the same back in the day as well, where you would go on and say you followed 10 people, you would see in order of newest to oldest kind of what had been posted and when, and then you'd get to the bottom and it would be like, oh, you've seen everything. Not anymore. It's like, nah, I'm not even going to show you your subscriber stuff. I'm just going to show you stuff that I think you're going to look at because I know better than you. And I think that's where some of the problem is, because so YouTube does it as well as, I mean, it's not just YouTube, Netflix and loads of other things, platforms do it as well now. But they decide what it thinks that you should be interested in. And I think the downside of that, I mean, it's not a bad thing sometimes when you just want to look, but YouTube used to have the Explore, and I don't know if it still does. I'll have a look while I'm talking. You used to have the Explore section, so you could find like wild new stuff. Nah, it doesn't even have that anymore. Not on the desktop one anyway. You'd find like new videos, new content, new channels that you've maybe never seen before when you were actively looking for that kind of thing. Where now, that's just being replaced by the home screen, which doesn't even like show all of your subscriber stuff. It just shows what it decides that it thinks you want to watch based on other people. That is categorized by siphoning all your data and all your statistics and just shoveling dramatic stuff right in front of you, which it is polarizing us 200%. It's dramatizing stuff as well, because that kind of thing does get clicked by a lot of people, which means other YouTubers have to make it. So then everyone, that's all you see now is drama stuff. But I think the biggest issue is that it's made people much less loyal, but without them even realizing it. So here's the example that I was talking about in the intro. I'm subscribed to less than 40 channels, which I think isn't much. I'm quite cautious with me subscriptions. I don't even like or comment on stuff either that often. But I'll sort of go through and check me subscription stuff fairly regular. So if people are posting stuff, and it happens, to be fair, like there'll be certain channels where you really like them and then they change the type of content, which is great, and you're just not that keen on watching them anymore. I'll go on and unsubscribe because that's what it's meant to do. It's like, I'm not interested. I'm not subscribed to the things that you're making anymore, which is fine. Enough said. There's no drama with it. So I am quite cautious. So there's about 40 channels, and the ones that I'm subscribed to I like to see the content from. There's a few where you look and I think, I'm a little bit on the fence, but I still want to see their stuff. And one of them channels, I suppose, is Living the Van Life. It's Chad from Living the Van Life. Aidan from Urban Arc Overland does a great impression of that. I found his channel a few years ago, probably 4 years ago, maybe it's longer. And I used to watch all of his stuff. And I still watch most of his stuff. I'm not that keen on him, strangely. I think it's more the American approach to stuff. It's so like over the top. But I like his videos and I like the places he goes. They're just nice, easy, long videos to watch. There's no drama. He starts talking, you're like, oh, skip this bit. But I just like watching cinematic stuff. And his are decent, to be fair. But anyway, I've watched his stuff for years. Now, I went on, I thought, I haven't seen now, since the Arctic series he done, which I think was in the winter, I'm thinking I ain't seen anything really from him at all. So I went on last night, and he's had 12 videos since them ones. And bear in mind, I'd watched all of that Arctic series. It wasn't as good as the one before, but I still watched all of the videos the whole way through. And I haven't seen any of the last 12 videos that he's done. I haven't, when you see the little red line to say that you've clicked on it, watched it, and then clicked off it and you got to a certain point, there's none of them. So I don't think I've actually even been on any of them before. Now, on top of that as well, I've actually got all notifications turned on for this channel. I have notifications on my desktop, like on my MacBook, and on my phone, all turned on, and my iPad, so it can actually pop up and say, like the app can give you a notification, because a lot of people turn that on, but then they've got the app notifications disabled, so it kind of counteracts each other anyway. So why have I not been notified of that? I mean, he had a video that was published recently. I definitely haven't been notified of that, because I would have watched that, because like I say, it has been on my mind thinking for a little bit. I ain't seen his stuff for a while. Where was his last video published? Where's his channel? I can't even find. Oh, there you go. It's on my list. So his last video, yeah. So I mean, he hasn't posted now for a while, but still, I haven't seen any of these, and I don't get it. Is that not the point of a subscriber? I mean, in all fairness, I'm guessing that this is an issue that he's had for quite a bit, because if you look, like 46,000 views, 150,000, 55, 93, 69, 64. Like, he's got 723,000 subscribers, and he's averaging really probably around about 70,000 views on most of his videos. So that's like, what is the point in having a subscriber count and having a subscriber base? One, if they're not seeing it, and two, if they don't get notified and don't even really get shown stuff. Surely, like, would it not be better? Here's my suggestion, is to, one, go back to how it used to be. Like, show the subscriber, get rid of the home screen and have an explore, because that's what you've turned it into. It's when people don't know what they want to watch. Now that you've sort of convinced people that the home screen is when you first come on, you haven't got a clue what to watch, because obviously YouTube wants to hook you in straight away and just get you to sit and mindlessly stare at stuff. But surely it should show you in the newsfeed first, like in newest first, a bit like Instagram used to do. And then at least that way, if you're sick of a channel, so say, for example, I'm sick of Living the Van Life and he's posting videos every week or every month, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch his videos anymore. I'll unsubscribe. I'm an adult. And then at least that way, the subscriber the count should reflect accurately. And it'll also give the YouTuber probably quite a good, or at least a better chance at understanding and figuring out what kind of loyal subscriber base that he has. Because if you've got like 700,000 subscribers, and if I was getting like 50 to 75,000 views, I'd be like, I'm not surprised. I mean, I don't know if he's packed in now or what. It's been 4 months since he's put anything on, but I'm not surprised. I'd be like, well, why? Like, what's happening? These subscriber counts clearly mean out, because no one's watching my videos, and that's probably because content that he's shooting is probably changed. And I don't doubt that YouTube push out a lot of stuff. If it's a good video, what they determine is a good video, they'll push that out more and more and more. But then what actually ends up happening is, because YouTube determine what's a good video, everyone has, I know they say, oh, well, if it's a good video, people will find it. That isn't true. It's if YouTube thinks it's a good video, people will find it, because YouTube will push it out. So if he's changed his style of video and it doesn't work, he's not really going, or it's not resonating with his current subscribers, then if you show them that and he knows that all of his subscribers are being shown these videos and they're not watching, his subscriber count will drop, and then he can think, oh, shit, this isn't working. I'm going to have to change something else. Or he can say, well, this is what I want to make now. That's fine. But if no one's getting to see it in the first place, he can just sit there and be like, well, YouTube's stitching us up, which it kind of is. And it kind of isn't as well. I mean, I went on mine, and in the last 365 days, only 6% of my views have come from subscribers, from the actual, not from subscribers, but from the subscription page. So can you remember that when you used to have to actually go on the YouTube app? I don't even know. I'm guessing there's a button for it still. And you'd go to subscriptions, and only, I say, 6% in the last year is actually come from that. 91% have come from the home screen. And YouTube controls the home screen fully. They can show you whatever they want. One of the issues that I had yesterday, actually, which is what kind of prompted us roughly into this, is so I was searching for, we've got a big bifold door, a French door in the sitting room, and I could hear a little bit of whistling coming through the window, or through the top corner of the door, and I thought, I know that the doors, you can adjust them slightly, so I searched for how to adjust French doors or whatever. And after about 6 search results, it then had another section within the search results that said for you, and it was sections shown as photography stuff, football videos. Even though I was searching for information on how to adjust a French door, so I had to scroll past about 10 videos of that to get back to the results that were searches, and it was just so off sort of what I was actually asking, that it's actively trying to be no, I know you want to find that information, but if you find this out, you're going to get off YouTube because you're clearly looking for something to go some information that once you get, you can go and do something else. We didn't want you to do that. How about you sit down, watch some photography videos like you normally do, be a good boy. And that, I hadn't noticed until recently how bad it actually is. It's actively trying to stop you from looking at things that you need and trying to force you onto the stuff that now you're just going to sit and mindlessly watch. The downside of this as well, I mean, it's all downsides generally, is you cannot find anything new or interesting because it just constantly shows you stuff that you can't, I suppose you think is new, but it's not really new. It's just newer videos along the same lines of what you've already been watching, what it knows you're going to watch. Occasionally it might throw something new, completely different in there to be will you like this? But that's not for I don't know how I feel about them curating it. Netflix does the same thing. You watch one wildlife documentary or one crime documentary, and then that's all you see. I've had to set up different accounts on Netflix. You can have a kids account, I don't know, Chris, Danny, whatever. I've got different ones for different types of thing because otherwise all I see is whatever that one thing has been. If we've watched, I don't know, say a crime documentary, all we see is crime documentaries. You can't find anything else and it does me nothing. You can do it if you've got VPNs and other bits and bobs, but or if you're going, even incognito mode doesn't out really, they still sort of track it. It just doesn't save your history. So that doesn't work anymore. It's as if really that we're not trusted to find or curate our own things that we might like. So YouTube just decides that, well, we'll feed you the stuff that we want you to see. And you be a good little boy, a good little girl, sit there and watch it. And if you didn't like it, just scroll to the next one and we'll show you something else that we think you'll like. Just keep doing that all day, every day, like the good little fella that you really are. But anyway, so I've been thinking what else could I do to reach? And I mean, I am lucky we've got a good few thousand people on our mailing list that we can get in touch with through email and other bits. But I mean, even email, in all fairness, I've got, what have I got set up? Oh, so on my phone, obviously I've got Gmail, I've got me sort of business emails and all the rest of it. When I'm typing up an email for the mailing list, I'd send a test version of it to myself first. On my business one, it comes into my normal folder. On my Gmail, it goes into the promotions folder. It's my own thing. It's not even a promotional email. I'm sending I don't know, it might be a bit of an update or something like that. And I read them every single time, and it still gets like chucked into that other category with all the stuff where it's like basically adverts. And that does me nothing as well. But what I think I'm going to start, well, not what I think, what I am going to start fully again is, can you remember blogs? Like not a vlog, not a video, a blog, typing, writing, where you have to sit and read stuff and look at pictures. Well, I used to I used to read Stanceworks, Speed Hunters, and a few other blogs. I used to love sitting down, reading them, looking at the videos. There was like galleries on there, so you can flick through the photographs. And I used to be like inspired by the photography. I mean, it was about cars and stuff, so I loved it. Great photography, like Larry Chen and people like that, phenomenal. And I used to be inspired by the photography, but also on top of that, I used to like reading the stories. And because I used to set some time aside. It was normally in college or when I was in work on a morning. I'd think, right, at dinner time, like, I'm going to sit and read this article about that. We didn't do that anymore. You just kind of like that, and you're like, man, I'm on YouTube. I'm having to listen to it because I've got YouTube Premium. And then while I'm listening to it, I'll flick to someone else. It might pop up in the corner. I'm not really watching it, so it's irrelevant. I'm doing someone else, and then I'll flick back to it, and then I'll flick to the next video. Everything's just disposable. We don't give a shit anymore about nout. We're literally like, if you look at your own browsing habits, and I'm guilty as well, we're like kids. You know, like we're complaining about kids, they've got no attention span. Neither have we. When they better, we just do it differently. They watch shorts. We do the same thing with longer form videos. I mean, I even caught my mum trying to show us this thing on Facebook on the Reels or whatever it's called. I'm like, Mum, get off that. You're in your 60s. Settle down. You're too old for that. Sit and watch a video or read something. You're not like, you can't just be sitting scrolling. My dad does the exact same thing. Or you want to get on these Facebook Reels or whatever because it like the videos it shows me, you'll have seen it. I'm like, no, it drags you in, sucks you like all your information up, gathers it, and it's like, we know what he likes. We'll just feed him that all day till he keeps sitting staring at it. So I'm gonna start writing a travel blog where we talk about places we've been, show photographs, guides, information, like reviews of things like this. I know someone or a few people have commented saying they would like to see a video. I have kind of started a video about this actually, so maybe when I get back from Spain, I'll finish it. I'm just going to go back a little bit old school. So if you are interested in this, I'm setting up a separate mailing list specifically for the blog so that you'll get notified of all that sort of stuff directly. If you're not on our mailing list, you can get on our mailing list. There's a link in the description. I'll probably try. What I might try is I'm trying to build an audience outside of YouTube because YouTube is just not. It's not reliable, and I cannot access. Like, what is like on my mailing list as an example? I'll build. I don't know. I might have 3,500 subscribers. They're my customers that I can contact now. Not necessarily customers, but the people I can contact. And if people are not reading and they're not thinking, they'll just unsubscribe, which happens every time I send an email. I'll get a good chunk that unsubscribe as well, and then it sort of tops back up and it's trending upwards, and it has done. But at least that way I can be like, oh, actually, people are unsubscribing from this. This isn't what YouTube. I didn't know. I haven't got a clue what's going on. So I'm going to try and keep building something outside of that. I can also host videos. I can have a members area, like a Patreon thing where people can pay X amount a month for access to stuff. I could do courses. I could do just a general sort of blog videos or vlog videos, providing, I don't know if I'd want, I suppose with that I would, but it would have to be worth doing. And then it's hard because then it's like, well, how many monthly subscribers makes it worth doing? How much X amount of money does it need to be before I think, well, it's worth doing X amount of videos a month or so on? I don't know, but I might look down that avenue of having my own thing. I can do it all through the website. I made sure that it is scalable to all of that sort of stuff, so I can set up members areas. I maybe look at setting up some sort of community type thing as well. And we just need to get off all of that. We need to get back to basics because it's no good that you just cannot, like, my heart sank a little bit for that living the van life dude when I seen these videos. And I'm like, from him, his channel's probably almost dead. I mean, it's 10%. That's like me putting a video up and getting, I don't know, 1 and a bit thousand views per video, which in all fairness, I probably didn't get too many. I know on these podcast, I didn't get as many, which is fine. It's a different type of content. But me actual videos, if I was only getting 1,500 views, I'd be fuming. He's getting a lower percentage of his subscribers viewing his videos than even I do, which is just, what's the point in having a subscriber if you kind of did? At least reflect accurately how many people are really interested in it. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing, is a travel blog. I could release it as a monthly magazine type thing where it gets actually physically posted out. I could do it as like a blog. I could do it as a PDF. There's tons of options. I could do videos. I could do live streams. I could do a members area video where people can subscribe to X amount. I'll put so many videos out, podcast type things out. I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments of this video or on Spotify. Also let us know in the comments on there. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I best go and start packing because I am going away soon. And we'll figure out a way of sticking it to the man a little bit. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.